Welcome to Venice. This is a city floating on water, where time slows down and every corner feels like magic. In this vlog, I will show you how to get here, a bit of its fascinating history, some top landmarks to explore, and also some tips for you so that you can make the most out of your visit.
Was it all in vain? My world revolved around you, now it's trapped inside the pain. Maybe I should stay.
So how do you even get to a city with no roads? Anyway, it's actually very easy to reach Venice. So if you are already in Italy, the train is the most scenic option. So you will arrive at Santa Lucia station, and once you step out, you will actually be greeted by the Grand Canal. And if you are driving, you will need to park at Tronchetto or the Piazzale Roma, because beyond that point, there are no cars allowed. And then from there, you can hop on a boat, and actually that's where Venice begins. So just a brief history of Venice is that it was founded over 1500 years ago by people fleeing invasions on the mainland. And by the Middle Ages, it was a maritime superpower which was connecting Europe with the East. And its wealth funded grand palaces, churches, and works of art still stand today. And even though its political power declined, Venice has still remained a cultural icon because it has preserved so much of its art. And of course, there's no visit to Venice that is complete without a ride on a gondola. Of course, I would say it's touristy, it's a bit pricey, but it's also pure magic. Just know as soon as you step in and then it starts to glide through the quiet back canal, the city takes on a very different rhythm, and it's this peaceful and slow, and you just experience the magic. So with the ride, you will pass under very old bridges that has been there for centuries and around very tight corners, and you even get a front row view of hidden parts of Venice that you can't see from the main streets. I think I would say this is not just transportation, but it's an experience, and whether you do it during the day or even at sunset, I think you will understand why this tradition has lasted for over 1,000 years. So the Grand Canal is the main waterway in Venice, and it winds through the city like a big watery street lined with beautiful old buildings on both sides. And you can ride along on it with a Vaporetto, which is the Venice public water bus, and it's actually one of the best way to see the city. You just hop on and you enjoy the views. So this is the Rialto Bridge, and it's one of the most famous landmarks in Venice. It's also the oldest bridge crossing the Grand Canal, and it's always full of people. So from the top you get a great view of water and also the boats passing by, and there are little shops along the bridge too selling souvenirs, and it's definitely worth a stop. St. Mark's Basilica is one of the most famous churches in Venice, and it's known for its beautiful domes and the golden mosaics. And this design was inspired by the Eastern and Western styles, which actually makes it really unique. And then inside is just stunning, full of art, history, and quiet beauty. So this is definitely a must-see while you are here. Right next to the church is the clock tower, and it was built over 500 years ago, and up to today it still works. The big blue and gold clock shows the time, the moon phases, and even the zodiac signs. So this right here is the main square in Venice, and the most famous in the world. I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's basically because it's surrounded by incredible landmarks like the St. Mark's Basilica, the palace, and the tall bell tower. The palace was the political and judicial heart of Venice for very many centuries, and this is where the ruler of the Venetian Republic lived and led the city. From the outside, it just looks like a fairy tale, but inside it's full of grand rooms, golden ceilings, and powerful symbols of the history of Venice. So personally, Venice is just not an ordinary place, it's a feeling. Because this is a city where water replaces the streets, and every view is like a postcard, and all the moments are just magical, and it just feels timeless. As the sun begins to set, the city transforms because the light softens, the crowds fade, and Venice becomes so quiet you'd think that it's whispering its goodbyes. And the day that I left Venice, walking away from Venice felt like I was walking away from a dream, because you step back into this real world, but there's something about Venice that it will actually stay with you.
trapped inside the pain. Maybe I should stay in the dark after you had it to a place too far away. All those crazy thoughts are going through my mind. A part of me I can't escape.
I would like to say thanks a lot for coming along with me on this journey, and if you enjoyed this vlog, please give it a like and subscribe for more travel stories. And also let me know in the comment section, did you love Venice? Would you also love to go to Venice? Ciao! Until next time, see you on my next one.